Hello, and welcome to Fitness with Friends, the podcast where we talk all things fitness and health. Today, we're going to delve into the world of yoga to find out a little bit more about the benefits. I'm joined here today with Corinne, who's going to tell us a bit more about yoga. How did you first get into yoga?
The very first time I did yoga didn't really go that well. It was probably about 20 years ago. 20 years ago, there wasn't the technology that there was now. So I ordered a DVD and I literally got as far as probably about 3 minutes in when they went into doing tree pose. And I was like, nah, this isn't for me. Put the DVD and the CD back in the case and sent it back. And that was my initial start for yoga. Probably another 10, 12 years after that. I really wanted to try it again and I really wanted to love it because it was in the press and the media at the time. You know, everyone was doing yoga and saying how fantastic it was. So then I thought, right, I'm going to give it another go. This time, another DVD turned up. But this was power yoga, and I thought this sounds a bit more like me. And it was very, very hard. So I didn't probably last very long. And I thought, I'm just going to keep doing this because I want to get better. And then as soon as I saw the benefits and the strength, I was up and running. And I just loved it. And from then on, I was hooked.
So you've spoke a bit about the benefits there. Do you want to tell us how yoga impacts you the most?
To be honest, I really like the strength that it gives me. So I often see, whereas I might have been not very good at a pose, give it a few weeks and I'm like, oh wow, I've moved on, I can do that now. And it's like anything, isn't it? Consistency is key. And what I really like is when people haven't done yoga before and they think it's just a bit of stretching, and they may come to my class or do some yoga themselves and they're like, oh wow, I didn't realise how hard that was going to be. Or it can be more of a workout if you want it to. So it's quite versatile as well in that respect.
And as you've obviously just mentioned, you are also a yoga teacher. So what made you want to start out being a yoga teacher?
I'd probably been doing yoga for about 8 years and kept thinking, oh, I'd really like to do that, but then didn't have the confidence. And then it just got to the point when I was getting older and just thought, do you know what, life's too short to worry. I just need to get on and do it.
Cool. And tell me about the training process. How did that go for you?
The course that I did, I could do in 12 months. A lot of it I could do online and submit videos and stuff. So I didn't have to be away from my family. It just didn't seem so rushed. And I thought doing it in 12 months, I'm going to take it in, retain the information more than sort of like rushing through it.
And when you finally qualified, was it daunting to start teaching? How did you find the
It
start?
was very daunting. Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely over the moon to pass. And obviously the next step was to then start teaching, but that was a different ball game. I was kind of putting it off because there's a lot to remember. You've got to remember your sequence. You've got to remember to cue the breath, cue the pose, explain the benefits. So there's a lot to take in one go. And if you're not used to that, it can seem really daunting.
Cool. Well, I think that's all we really have time for today. But to finish off, do you have any other tips for people that are maybe looking to get into yoga or want to start out?
One of the things I find is people just feel a bit daunted with walking into a yoga class. They think everyone else is going to be really sort of like professional and they're going to look silly. Nobody's looking what's going on the mat next door to them. Everyone's quite focused on what they're doing. So just take that first step and hopefully you'll find a friendly, like-minded bunch of students in your class.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that will inspire some people to start. So thank you for your time today.
Thanks for your time. Speak to you.